What's up, y'all? Junior from the fam. I got another interview for y'all. Great interview. I know a lot of y'all already know who's on this right here with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got to say too much. Blue Moon in the building. I want to get on my club Shay shit one day and have all your accolades in the beginning. Like, you did this, you did. But I know for sure, a lot of collabs, a lot of shows, a lot of music, a lot of collabs with intent, too. You know, a lot of us as artists, like including myself, would do like this... a lot of features and shit that's just cause you my friend or something, but no, a lot of your features, like you got some intent, like every song be matching, you know how to put it together for sure, you orchestrating. So let's start from the top, just in case whoever's watching hasn't met you, or if they have, they just get a little bit more info about you and your background. But Blue Moon, where did the name come from? I know we talked about it in the past. You had some different names in the past as far as artist name. I forgot what they was again, but what's the history on the names?
I done had two different artist names besides Blue Moon. Crazy names. Crazy names for sure, because I started in high school, so it was random. Okay. But my name before Blue Moon was my middle name, Janae. And for obvious reasons, I had to change it because it's R&B group called Janae, and I was posting music, and my music was going to their page instead of mine. Yeah, it was crazy. Whoa. I was getting some views off that, but ultimately, I just didn't feel like it didn't feel like it was all the way me. Right. So I was going around asking like a lot of different people what describes me and like my artistry, like people that listen to my music. And a lot of people just told me I was rare, and so I'm like, all right, what's rare? And I'm Googling shit, and Blue Moon popped up, and I'm like, yeah, Blue Moon is rare, once in a blue moon. So I'm like, that could work. Right. But I didn't want it to just be BLUMOON, you know, with the space in there. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. And then blue is also my favorite color too. So that was a big part of it, really. But I really just feel like the word Blue Moon explains me and who I am and what my music is. Right.
And ain't you from here, Saginaw, Michigan?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Yes, sir. Buena Vista.
Okay. And then, so and the blue, all fit in. It all works out. But all right. So when you hear Blue Moon, I know you just said rare, but what else it represent? Like, if when somebody hears Blue Moon, like what does it give up? What is it like? What do you stand for?
I stand for originality. I stand for authenticity. I believe if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So that's pretty much it.
Right. Outside of music or things that you post online, what's some things about you people don't know about? Like, it can be hidden talents or things you into or just anything, whatever you want to share. What's some things about you that I don't really know about?
I listen to a lot of different music, and Wifey can definitely attest to that, because my pops, he is very much eclectic. He grew up listening to, a lot of Motown stuff too, but once he was able to branch out and start listening to different things, his music taste is so huge. So I grew up on the same things that he started listening to, which opened me up to wanting to, obviously do music, but not only that, to produce my own stuff. So that's literally what I've been doing right now, is producing my own beats and working on a vast, it's so many things that I've been working on, just a lot of different songs, a lot of different vibes. But yeah. Right.
Do you ever want to get into the vocal engineering end of it, or you gonna try to master that beat making first? And then
I want to do it. I want to do everything that I can for real, so that way I don't really have to depend on anybody else. I know what I want my music to sound like. Right. And it's cool, like to work with other people too, because it's always good to hear what somebody else is hearing, opposed to what I'm hearing, because you never know what how it could work out for you. Right. But I definitely want to get into all sides, just because I want to know that for myself. Right. So if I ever get into a situation where I don't have anybody to do that for me, I can do it for myself.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. And then to dig a little bit more in the background, so what all schools you went to growing up around Sag?
I went to Kempton on the west, and then Arthur Eddy, then Sassa, ooh, Jesus, and then Arthur Hill.
Okay. You had to take the test to get into Sassa?
Like, I did. I took that test 7th grade because it was going into my 8th grade year. It wasn't tough, but it just it wasn't what I expected. I would say that, and neither was the school.
Right.
But it was still cool. Like I got a lot of different experiences out of that. I got to take musical theater class, learn how to actually sing the correct way and not just whatever. But yeah, it was cool.
See, my dumb ass back in the days, I was caught up with my Bridgeport friends a little bit. That's this where I'm staying. My mom was trying to get me to go to Sassa, so at the test I was just marking shit out.
I feel it.
Marked it all down. I think it was the first one done. Like, nope.
No, my family was only about that test. You had to do an essay too, and my mom was like, your essay gotta be perfect. Like it wasn't. That's not how she said it, but it was just like you gotta really take your time and make sure that your essay is on point.
Yeah,
if you want to get into school, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much pressure. I'm like, what, 13, 14, something like that. And I'm like, dang.
So growing up around here, what can you say that you can take from it, like lessons, or how did it shape you, or how did Saginaw shape you today? Like,
Saginaw has shaped me simply because if we talking, okay, I'll give a few examples. If we talking music wise, it shaped me because for a long time I didn't know there was even a music scene here in Saginaw. So once I did actually tap into it, I was late tapping into the Saginaw music scene. But once I tapped into it, the people that was there at that time, it was really popping it at that time, that really influenced the sound that I was doing. Like people like Miko Supreme, like a lot of people don't even know that name. Some people do, some people don't, but if you know, then you know. And I know he changed his name a few times as well. So currently, I think his name is Born Bad. But Fire, like that's one of the guys that really influenced the sound that I still do to this day, And then when it comes to just the city itself, because of what the city is and what it can be at times, it always influences you to want to go higher. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's so much talent around, but it's not that many, resources when it comes to, the music alone. It's some, but you gotta, and then at times here too, it can be like a popularity contest. So it's not, if you're not in these different circles and really trying to get up in there, it gets tough. Yeah. And I know, for myself, because I'm more of an introvert, I be in the crib. It's, it gets tough, but at the same time, it should shape you as an artist like it did for me. And it really gave me something to speak about and to be able to say, like, I love my city, but I know that if I want more for my city, I might have to, move around. I might have to, go somewhere else and elevate. And that's okay. But the city influenced me to the point where I want to, once I do that and branch out, definitely got to come back and show love to the place that, that started it all. I think about the streets that I would ride down with my pops and all the music that he listened to. Like, I literally be like that to this day, where I can ride down the street and still be listening to something else, but I have an instant memory of riding down this street with my dad and listening to this, particular song. So, it's a connection with me in the city and music, all three in one.
Absolutely. And when it gets more personal, what did you have to go through or survive, an obstacle, a challenge in life before you really elevated or took music serious or anything in that realm? What did you have to go through that really made you snap in the gear or focus in or lock in?
I think the thing that made me really have to lock in and really had to pull myself out of, honestly, is probably grief. Losing people. You know what I'm saying? When you go through tough loss, that it changes you, especially when it's close. You know, losing my grandma, that set it off for me, and I had just turned 20. So, you know, I'm fresh in my 20s, literally 2 weeks after, and now I had to deal with this. That shaped, you know, me, and it was something that really it shook me for a long time. It shook me for a long time, and it still, you know, at times it gets tough to talk about it. And I lost my brother in 2020, and that was another one where I felt like at that point I was good, but then that happened. I'm like, dang, I gotta go through this again.
Yeah.
But after dealing with my granny, losing my brother, it was definitely a different loss, but it taught me how to, losing my granny taught me how to deal with just loss in general. So I think that that really kicked me in gear. After I lost my brother, he passed in 2020, and 2021 is when I was dropping shit like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something, I don't care what it is. And that was one thing about me, which is I'm really working on, is that I'm inconsistent. And that was the most consistent year that I had, you know, after that big of a loss.
Yeah.
So I think that really shaped me, and knowing like, all right, I can't sit on this. I can't wallow in my feels as bad as I want to, because that, believe me, I be wanting to.
Yeah.
But loss shaped. it got me out of a rut.
When did you realize the music wasn't just a hobby no more? Like, you wanted to take it serious, you wanted to go perform shows, put it out there, you gonna purchase these beats, like get into the whole thing of music's more than just at home by yourself or a little diary or something that you kept to yourself, but you were really expressing it. What made you get to that point in your music career?
I think when I got to that point in my music career was literally like the beginning of it. Like, I've been writing like little raps and stuff since I was in like 5th, 6th grade.
Right, yeah.
But obviously I wasn't like taking that serious at the time. I'm in church, I'm singing in the choir, so I'm, you know, a whole different area of music.
Yeah.
But I think I really started taking it serious once I graduated from high school, for real. So like 18. 18, 19.
Where's the first studios you go to?
First studio I was going to was my homie Reg. We called it the green room because he had the LED lights and we kept it on green in that mug. I had to smoke outside because I couldn't smoke in his crib because it was at his mom's house.
Okay.
But we smoked outside, but we always lit it green when we was doing any music, because we was doing a lot of just high vibes music at that point. But that was the first studio for like a year or so. We was there, and we starting right after the summer when we graduated. And then, no, I lied, 2014, not 13. So like the year after we graduated. Yeah, and then yeah, I think that was it. And then my boy Jay Hill Figures, I was going to him as well. He ended up teaching me a lot about production, because he was making a lot of beats, and I wanted to, but I didn't know what I was doing at that point. So shout out to him, because he ended up really getting me interested in, you know, producing my own music. So that was my first 2 studios, Reg and Jay Hill Figures.
Fire, shout out them. All right, I'll give you the bonus word. You already said rare, but if you could describe your sound in 3 words, how would you describe it? Can't use rare. That's just bonus word. But so if you it was some people that came on and gave me 2, and it's like, I don't know the third. So if you don't know the third, rare is like, you know, but I know you got it.
I would say chill. Original. creative.
Fire. Alright. Thank you. You ever feel like giving up?
Plenty of times. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit. I probably wanted to quit more times than I've performed, bro. I can guarantee you. Because times get tough. Like, you know, like I said, when starting this and getting serious with it at 18, 19, you really new to the world, bro. So you got that to deal with, the world to deal with, and then I'm trying to do this too. Like, this is brand new. Like, I know I just been writing raps, but actually getting into the studio, taking it serious, like, that was a whole different bag.
Right.
And at times I felt like my shit was trash, so I'm like, fuck this shit. I need to go do something else. But I had, you know, a lot of good people around me. That's just like, nah, you just need to take it. Like, if you need to take it slow, take it slow. If you need to, you know, work on something different, do that. But, you know, don't leave it, come back to it, you know, what you will. But
I feel it.
Yeah, I wanted to give up so many times. And I think
what stop you from giving up?
Because I know what I want.
Right.
I know what I want, and I'm not going to... What's the point in giving up? Because if I don't try, then I can't really say that I really wanted that then. If I just give up, I don't want it then. I want it, so I'm not giving up on it. Like, it might take longer. Yep. I'm cool with that. Like, for a long time, I wasn't cool with that. But getting older, I'm cool with that.
I feel that. What's one song or one lyric that you made that came from a real place that you can tell us about?
Head in the Clouds. Head in the Clouds was probably one of the harder songs that I had to write, and I think that was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So that was, 2 years after losing my brother, and I'm still, kind of going through it. And then we lost another homie, so I'm like, oh my God, this shit just don't end. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the first line of the song is, first off, rest in peace to my niggas whose last rap was a hearse. Like, this life shit, a gift and a curse. Because I was just like, bro, what is really happening right now? Like, we ain't even reached 30 yet, and people is checking out, like, on crazy times. So I'm like, bro, it was weird, but that was one of those songs that I spilled a lot of my heart in, which at times, most of the time I do that, if not all the time. But I think this was one that was really just really, really, like, rugged. You can really feel the pain in that shit.
Yeah, deep right there. That's touching me. That's touching me. What's some dreams or aspirations, like, in a bigger picture, when it's all said and done on your terms, you know what I mean, like in your path, what you want to accomplish? What's some dreams and aspirations you want to accomplish that's bigger, outside the music, bigger than music? Like, what's the perfect world in a sense to you?
Perfect world in a sense to me, one of the main things that me and wife, we talk about all the time, is like just having our own land, own businesses, to where we don't have to depend on anybody. But at the same time, I still want to make sure that the city is taken care of the way it need to be. Mm-hmm. And that the kids like me, like how we didn't have, studios and, different places to go, give those people an outlet, because the rise of kids wanting to get into music is rising every single day. Exactly. And that's something that these kids are, either passionate about, or it's something they may want to try and they move on from it. Whatever it is, though, but at least give them the chance and the outlet to be able to do it. So I always said I want to come back to the city once I'm gone and, build studios, creative spaces for kids that don't have, that chance to, or that equipment to do what they desire to, you know, to do. But that's the perfect world for me. Outside of having my own land and my own space, and you know, having my family around me, whatever, my family compound. That's what I want.
Right, absolutely, that's perfect right there. And why should people today, there's people right there watching, if they followed you or don't follow you or don't know you, whatever. Why should they follow you today or support you today instead of waiting on when you blow up? Like support you now instead of then.
I think, you know, I can't say that people gotta support me. If you want to support me, you know, that's cool. Because you might not always be somebody's cup of tea, and that's fine. But if you support me, just know that it is gonna get real over here real soon. So I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate all the people. Even if you seeing this and you don't know who I am, I appreciate you for checking me out in the first place. And then, you know, maybe this will get you on to follow me and to see what kind of music I do and the kind of person I am and what I'm actually about. So yeah, if you support me, cool. I appreciate you. If you don't, that's fine. You'll see me soon.
And exactly what she said, that's what I'm trying to build here, because a lot of us, it's a lot of consistent artists in Saginaw that slip on a little bit. So I feel like people just don't, it's because people don't know them personally or something. So here you go, here's your chance, here's a little soul to give you a nibble, come fuck with her for sure.
Type shit.
But let's see here, any last words you want to give? Oh, actually, like all your not hashtags, your handles, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff for us.
Gotcha. So all of my social media networks is BLUMOON Rare, BLUMOONRARE, and that's everything.
Absolutely, that'll be in the description as usual. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. We on the rise for sure. Light and store. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Tap in, connect, collab. It's all open doors, man. For sure. But I want to thank you for hopping on.
Appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. That was a good one. The last ones I did through the summertime got deleted because of all my stores and shit. That's why I've been trying to tell people, like, come over, let's knock out your songs. Or if you don't want them, we can delete them. But I need the stores, they been trying to tax on stores. God damn. I've been trying to
Apple tax for everything and then turn around and steal your money.
Yeah, for real. Like,
get it together, Apple. Get it together. Like, for real, y'all steal it.
For real, as soon as that shit hit, they be having somebody with binoculars.
They waiting. Yeah. Any little deposit you get, let me get that $2.99. Like, bro, chill out.
That's
what get that $11.79.
Yup, real quick. That's what I'm trying to get it all together, make it all make sense for me and my people, so we can keep it afloat, man.
Yeah.
But thank you for hopping on. More interviews coming soon. This one's gonna drop real fast. So y'all tap in. Thank you for having me. JuniorFrmTheFam, BLUMOON.